shun. We stunning, you motherfuckers frontin'. We rollin'.
Explicit content.
Come find me, I'll hit you with a potion, man. All we do is grind.
Ugly gang shit. I get Wait, is it Malloy? I get high, everything is okay. Even though I'm high every second of the day. I've been through this before, so it's just a replay. I wake up in the morning and I do the same thing. I get high, everything is okay. Even though I'm high every second of the day. I've been through this before, so it's just a replay. I wake up in the morning and I do the same thing. Smoking on exotic weed, killing bad energy. I don't let it get to me, so they try to get me in my dream, but all my demons died out. I feel so alive now. You can't kill my vibe now. You can't bring my high down. I can feel the energy, and yes, the past is history. Heavy meditation keeping me away from misery. Walking through the galaxy, when I wake up back to reality, I get so fucking high, I can't feel anything. Light another blunt, all my problems start to drain. Henny in my cup, cause it numbs my brain. I'm so fucked up that I can't think. I'm so fucked up that I can't think. I get high, everything is okay. Even though I'm high every second of the day. I've been through this before, so it's just a replay. I wake up in the morning and I do the same thing. I get high, everything is okay. Even though I'm high every second of the day. I've been through this before, so it's just a replay. I wake up in the morning and I do the same thing. I get high, everything is okay. Even though I'm high every second of the day. I've been through this before, so it's just a replay. I wake up in the morning and I do the same thing. I get high, everything is okay. Even though I'm high every second of the day. I've been through this before, so it's just a replay. I wake up in the morning and I do the same thing.
Good morning, jerk-offs. What's up, you toxic granny? You want in? Oh, okay. Okay. We will leave you in the dark.
No, dude.
Oh, you want in? Okay. Okay. There you are.
Guys,
How are you?
I'm all right. I watched that whole entire fucking video, bro. I don't know why I watched it. It's probably the 17th
What up,
time.
Cushman?
What's up, brother?
What's up?
What video?
The music video.
Oh,
in
the
beginning,
intro?
fucking idiot.
You sound drunk.
Me?
Yes.
Dude.
Did you get too fucked
I
up
fucking
last
shit
night?
dude, last night. No, not really. I didn't drink.
What up, squirrels?
I did drink 2 tall boys, though, at Pete's Garage.
Did you? Good morning, squirrels. Good morning, Naughty Nikki. Good morning, Danny. What are you
Let
up
me
to?
copy this link, you guys, into my StreamYard. I think YouTube sucks,
Say that again?
giving me a lot of feedback.
Oh, I got you. That's weird. Is that
Fucking Bengals won their first playoff.
I was just going to
ever.
ask you, how did football go yesterday?
Bengals won their first playoff ever, and the Bills blew out Bill Belichick.
The Bills did? Yeah, we knew that was going to happen.
47-17, I think.
Nikki said, whoop, whoop. Thank you.
Can you shoot me a link to my
Thanks,
Instagram direct message?
Say that again?
What?
Huh? What?
What'd you say?
I don't think he can hear us anymore. Can you hear me? Cushman? Cushman Zada. What up, leper convict?
Oh my gosh! What
Thank
up,
you,
guys?
thank you for the hair compliments, guys.
Oh, dude, don't fucking tell him.
I just
when
need
it's
to real.
me that created that fucking beast.
Actually, he did. He is the creator off of the design that I told him to do. This is real life.
He would still look like a fucking weirdo if it wasn't for me.
Oh, I do look like a weirdo, homie.
Oh,
I just need someone to braid it. Who knows how to braid really good and wants to do it for free?
dude, honestly, even if somebody was really good, they would only charge a little bit.
Well, either way, I'll give you money if that's it is your time.
You can probably get it cool.
Niners and Cowboys today, Night Train says.
That neither one of those.
What's
guys.
up, everybody on TikTok? What's up, everybody on Instagram? If you want to see the full production we have going on here, get your comments on the screen. Go to brainjerk.com and subscribe, and you'll be there.
The only reason why the Niners or the Cowboys are going to go to the second round is because they're facing each other. Both of those teams are trash, dude. Patriots are trash.
Oh,
The
Insta
Steelers
DM
suck.
him the link. He said, okay. I see you, squirrels. What up, squirrels?
Hello, squirrels.
Hello, Governor. I still don't have the angles down very well on the fucking machine. Machine sucks holes. I don't care what you says.
Yeah, but I think the Steelers are going to get blown out today. Tom Brady's going to win.
Boom. There, I sent it to him.
I honestly don't think the Cowboys could beat the San Francisco 49ers.
Good morning, TJ Madison.
Hello, dude.
Hello, Governor.
What's up, Poppy?
Good morning, Jess. Papa's watching.
Who's?
Good morning,
at
Felicia.
Are you at my dad's?
Convict. You're convict.
Hey, so we got to talk. We got to talk right. She's with my dad.
I need T to
So-
style my hair. Do you hear that?
I'm not going all the way to fucking Ireland. Dude.
Ireland wants you to style some hair.
What do you? I'm a hairstylist.
No, he goes, I can't believe my hand works so good at cutting hair.
And then cut his neck off.
Yeah, and then he proceeded to scrape my neck like a lawnmower.
He said, "Ha!" And then I was like, "All right, hold on, one more." He's like, dude, you're cutting me." Let me get it again.
Niners will win and take the Super Bowl from a wild card spot, Night Train says.
Dude, the Niners are trash, bro. Garoppolo ain't gonna go past the second round.
What up, bad guy Locke?
He got one of the shittiest quarterbacks in the playoffs.
I don't call your dad Papa. The fuck? That's
Oh.
my dad.
Oh, wow. I don't fucking know, dude. I barely know you, Jess. What the fuck?
How are y'all doing this chilly morning?
Well, her dad's watching, so still be on your best
Well, T-Rep, how are you doing this morning? Are you sleepy?
behavior. Me?
Yeah.
No.
I got a lot of sleep last night.
I didn't get a lot of sleep, but I didn't get bad sleep or anything. Fuck, man. It is chilly.
And what about you, squirrels?
I slept good. I got up this morning, and despite not wanting to do my yoga, I kicked its ass.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah, that's how you do it.
I'm gonna
CSO.
sing tonight because I never sung last night.
Nice new haircut you gave Josh, T-Rep. Oh, you're welcome.
That is not what
Thank
it
you.
says.
Thank you.
It's not a new haircut. It's just a trimming of the old haircut.
Nice new haircut that T-Rep did. Josh.
Really?
That's what you should say.
T-Rep does cut my hair.
I get
Unless
mine.
unless you see me all faded up and lined up, T-Rep did it.
Okay.
Nice.
You don't know how to
You
fade or
never
line.
asked me for a fade.
You don't know how to do it.
You never asked me for a
Yes.
fade.
Of
You never
course I
fucking
wouldn't.
asked.
Good morning. Good morning, Jamie. Did you guys have fun for Jess's birthday, T?
Yeah. I mean, we just drank. She drank a beer. I drank 2 beers, and
Nice.
yeah, we got drunk and fought in the middle of Pete's. No, I'm just kidding.
Lovely.
Not really. But yeah, it was great. We went out there and watched some football. They're trying to talk to me. I'm fucking sitting here watching. I'm like, the Bengals are about to win their first playoff game, right? It's her mom and Jess celebrating their birthdays and shit. And I'm like, Bengals are about to win their first playoff game, like, I know it's your birthday, but babe, like, the Bengals are winning. I would like to see them go a little bit far. I think that the Bengals can beat the Chiefs for sure.
The Chiefs are not that good this year. But neither are the Bengals. The Bengals are in the worst division in the league. Historically.
Oh yeah, they're no, because
it's their first playoff win since 1990.
The Ravens and
they have won the playoffs before. It was just 20 years ago, 30 years ago.
No, I'm sure that was the first. That was the first.
I don't believe it. I don't believe it.
It was the first post.
If you said it and Big Bad Guy said it, and who should I believe?
They said it right after the game.
You probably misheard.
They said it right after the game last night.
You probably misheard.
They said it, and then they
let's see
multiple times.
How many?
Postseason wins.
I have to go.
Because who?
Bengals, Cincinnati Bengals.
I'm gonna go catch a cab. I gotta go to my family's.
It's cabinet.
I'm cabinet.
Everybody's cabinet.
Have a great day, squirrels. Thanks for coming up.
Love you, squirrels. Have a good day.
I'll be singing tonight. Love you.
Oh, very nice. Okay, so here's one thing. How I got a question. I got a question for T-Rep, right? How? Oh, here he is. How in the world, if the Cincinnati Bengals only have one playoff victory in the history of the Cincinnati Bengals, do they have 2 Super Bowl appearances?
They don't have no Super Bowl appearances.
That's why does it say
They're
right? Why hey.
League that don't
why does it does it say here Super Bowl appearances 1, 0, appearances 2? It's right in front of me.
What site are you looking at?
It's Cincinnati Bengals Pro Football Reference.com.
They haven't went to the Super Bowl.
They in the history of the 54 seasons
of the Super Bowl, like the Super Bowl era,
their playoff record is 5-14.
Bullshit.
So once again,
bullshit.
The record has proven you wrong.
On the announcers on the game last
night, it was the
first
win
one
since 1990.
Nope.
Joe Burrow's first playoff win.
No, it was the Bengals. They said
no. You were wrong.
The Bengals
you were.
They were. I know that. There's 4 teams that never actually showed in the Super Bowl.
Why does it say here 2 appearances?
The Houston Texans, Detroit Lions, the Bengals, and maybe the Browns, or that could have been the Browns, and I was confusing them with the Bengals. But I'm pretty sure I'm right. I'm pretty sure you're not. I'm pretty sure I'm right. They wouldn't put it on TV if it was wrong. Besides the government.
Okay, and in 1988, they lost the Super Bowl. In 1990,
that was Icky Woods and the Icky Shuffle.
Super Bowl. Their record in 1988, 12-4. They lost in the Super Bowl. Their record in 1990, 9-7. They lost in the division round. 12-4 in 1981. They lost the Super Bowl. 1982, 7-2, lost the wild card round. So the years they went to the Super Bowl, they won 2 playoff games that year.
Nope.
That's how that operates.
Nope. They said it was the first playoff win.
Well, your information is false.
The announcer said it.
I don't even know if we should go on with the Earth Dweller anymore. I'm not ready for work tomorrow.
The Celestial Eye Goldfish.
What is saying? Goldfish?
Doesn't even have eyes.
Oh. They won 2 Super Bowls in 1981 and 1988, he says, too.
Nope.
Yeah, and I just verified that.
Nope.
My Bills kicked butt. CSL said, yeah, they did.
Yeah, I thought that Belichick was going to bring some kind of defensive fucking mechanism that
what up, Simply?
Nobody could beat. And then Josh Allen looked really good. They look.
Good morning, sharing.
I mean, we only seen 2 teams, and I wasn't happy that.
What up, Wade?
The Bengals scored 20 points in the first.
Where do you do your research, T?
I just listen.
See what happens when you listen to the TV? The TV, we've established this. The TV lies to you.
This is real. I'm still
Hey,
saying.
but I'm betting the
I'm dying on
underdog
that
today.
shield.
Hey, watch this. I'll even bring it up for you to see. Okay.
No, I just still.
I'll bring it up for you to view with your own eyes. With your own beautiful eyes.
Not. Site's wrong. You read everything. You believe everything you see on the internet.
When I see it on multiple locations, yes.
I do. But you only looked up one page.
No, it was 2 pages. This was look at that. You see it?
It
says lost the Super Bowl.
Fuck, my brain injury burned my vision.
Look at they're both in the same field of vision.
I think I'm having a stroke. I can't see.
Look at that.
What? Somebody help me. I can't see.
Boom. 2 of them.
Nope. Okay, then that was the Browns, and I'm very sorry.
Okay, I'll believe that.
You guys hear me?
Yeah, there's a little bit of an echo, but
yeah. No, I'm betting the underdog today, man. I'm pretty sure that the Chiefs are going to put an epic ass beating down on the Steelers, but I got to bet the money on that one.
I don't.
Steelers are going to die today.
I like that.
My team got a first round bye, so
yeah, I like that Big Ben got to the the playoffs. But I'm glad that he faced the Chiefs, so they don't gotta think that they're anybody good or anything, because the Chiefs are gonna knock the fucking socks off these boys.
Night Train
if
says
they don't, man, I got plus 550 odds on FanDuel with them, man.
What's the point spread?
Sharon says, "How do we all
got at 12.5?"
Yet T-Rup hears all of his info nobody else does.
12.5 points, man. For
review of it, and it said Bengals get their first ever playoff win. I was like, oh, that must be right.
That dude's a stud, though, man. That Burrow's fucking come back from an injury, man, and he's smoking a cigar and shit. That dude's a fucking stud, man.
Dude, Burrow, what I liked about him is the last 3 years of his life, he did one of the best seasons in the last 3 years of his football life. He did the best season that a college football team could do. Went undefeated, got the championship. He broke records, and then he went to the NFL, got fucking hurt. In his first season, he actually played the whole season. He's in the fucking playoffs, so I'm happy about that.
Hey, God bless the Bengals fans, man. The only more long-suffering fans, maybe in the NFL, are the fucking Lions fans. So,
boy, we win a playoff game, dude.
I do kind of feel bad.
It's going to be on fire, bro.
I think the Browns have it a little worse than us because they were the Browns, and then they moved one Super Bowl at least, and then they moved back, or then they got it. They're a team again, and they're still trash.
Yeah, that team is determined to shoot itself in the foot, man.
You know why the Hall of Fame is in the Football Hall of Fame is in Canton, Ohio? Because that's where NFL originated.
Because there's nothing else there. Sorry.
It was Midwest teams that
got a hair in the back of
got together. A whole bunch of Ohio teams. There was the Akron something. It was back in the day, and they were like, "We need to regulate this shit," because they were just playing pickup games. I got a football team. We play football. They had their own little bullshit league in Ohio, but then they wanted to make it nationally wide because
that was the AFL NFL days, man. When there were two separate leagues, right? Yeah.
And then they merged, right?
Yeah, they did, because they kept competing, and it wasn't called the Super Bowl at first. It was just a championship game. And then I watched a history thing on it this last week. It was kind of fascinating, actually, on YouTube, how the Super Bowl came to be.
And the Lions used to be champs of that league.
They were. Yeah, my team has always kicked the shit out of the Lions.
Championships. When the Super Bowl era came, it was because that quarterback.
The Lions, I think, had won 3 out of the last 5 years, and then the Super Bowl came, and they haven't won since.
Yeah, because they were 56 and 58. They had a dynasty before the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Hey, but wait for it. Here it comes. The only team we love kicking the shit out of more than the Lions is the Bears, because we still own you, as Aaron Rodgers would say.
You know what team I like the most?
I'm a Packers fan.
I hate the Cowboys because
I'm
it's
a Packers
America's
fan.
team, and my whole life,
And even
they've never
America's
been good.
team.
They've never been good my whole life.
Only
that's America's team.
I know that's what they call them, but that is they're not even red, white, and blue. The Patriots are.
Right. That's the most.
I'm gonna call any Cowboys fans. Enjoy your Cowgirls losing today.
Yeah. Oh, I think the Cowboys are going to lose, dude. I think they got little baby queen boy fucking Zeke Elliott. Tony Pollard is the better running back, and they still start Zeke just because of his name.
No, and it's not because of his name.
I'm not sure if the Niners have the firepower.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if the Niners have the firepower, but that is a smash mouth, kick you in the teeth football team, right? You could watch Dak Prescott watching the game from the sidelines because they're just controlling the clock, right?
Yeah, I think what's going to happen is they're going to utilize Deebo Samuel real good. They're going to I think Jimmy Garoppolo is, in my personal opinion, I think Jimmy Garoppolo
Porn star Jimmy
is better than Dak Prescott.
You're crazy.
Dak Prescott hasn't showed me anything.
You're crazy.
Far. He really hasn't. He had that one good season when he was a rookie or something, and then he's been average ever since.
You're crazy.
Hey, you know what? I'll give it to Dak. He was a 4th round pick or whatever, but he's the most overpaid fucking. He's paid the equivalent of Aaron Rodgers.
I think the Cowboys are the most overpaid bunch. Their defense is killer, though. I will say that.
He's paid like a Patrick Mahomes.
The Cowboys will run away with that game if the Niners make mistakes.
I listen to Colin Cowherd and the sports podcasts at work, one of my graveyard shifts, right? And they're like, yeah, well, that's what it takes to get a quarter. I'm like, you're paying that motherfucker more money than Aaron Rodgers, Patrick Mahomes, and and Tom Brady, right? How the fuck is
quarterbacks in the league, and you're paying the average one the most?
Yeah, he better just hide his head when Aaron Rodgers comes around.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Well,
you're
not going to win a Super Bowl being the highest paid anybody. Well, no matter what your fucking position is, I will tell you that right now.
Well, you take too much away from the team. They got to pay you all their cap money, and they can't build a team because they can't fucking pay anybody else.
I mean,
right?
look at for the Lions. For years, I was saying trade Calvin Johnson. I don't care if he's the best fucking one. I don't care if he was the best dude in the league. That he was hindering the team because Matthew Stafford was reliant on him, and people were like, "Oh, well, then you'll see how bad Matthew Stafford is." And I kept saying, "No, you'll see how good he is when he doesn't have to." Because first thing, he knows Megatron's going to catch it, so why should he pass to anybody else? And then they're going to double. Then they're going to. So now he's falling in love with throwing Megatron. That's what happened here.
It's the Fords that cause the issues. Like I got my boy Spartan Grown, shout out. He's on Michigan Grow Show there. He and I talk about the Lions a lot because he's in Michigan. Man, it's not against the Lions fans, but that team fucking sucks because of ownership, man. Players fucking retire young, 2 of them. Barry Sanders, Megatron, they're like, fucking get me out of here. I'll retire rather than play.
They're some of the best players in their position
here's the thing.
The game's ever seen.
I don't think these owners here in Detroit don't understand how to build a football team. They don't understand that you use.
They don't care.
Okay, so if they'd have traded Megatron, here was what I told them to do. Here's what I told them to do. I told them years before Megatron retired, like I'm talking 5 years before it happened. Trade that when he was in this, not quite, he was in time and he was doing his thing, but there was no way that we were winning, right?
Yeah.
Why aren't we trading this dude for 3 first-round fucking picks?
Yeah, 3 wide receivers.
Because that's possible. Not even wide
or less glamorous. Why don't you trade him for some offensive linemen so your quarterback doesn't get murdered every fucking game?
I'll give you that. But then at the same time, I said the same thing about Matthew Stafford. Like we're not going to win. Trade this dude while we can to get as much draft picks as we can. And now with those two dudes traded and a handful of fucking draft picks, okay, maybe they're not all first round, but you're going to have a lot of high first, second round draft picks.
Hey, we're going to see about Stafford today because we're going to see, man, all those years as a Packers fan, we beat the shit out of him. I always wondered if that dude was a baller or if he's mentally weak. He's got the physical fucking gifts
He's
for it,
not
right?
mentally weak.
I don't know,
I
man,
promise
because
you,
every playoff game
he's not mentally weak, but it's whether or not everybody around him can do what their jobs, because
No, it's
he
in the
will.
situation.
If he has enough time, he will get the ball where it needs to go, but it will be hard. And if that wide receiver's not ready to catch that ball, it is not going to get caught. That's why
I don't know, but we'll know for sure whether you're right.
Megatron's fingers were always broken because fucking Matthew Stafford throws that hard ball and he doesn't know how to feather it. That I will give.
Well, we'll know today if you're right, because the fucking Rams, man, they have all the firepower that guy could ever want to catch the ball. So if he can't perform in this, if he's one and done, they're saying he's the one that has to win the most. There's more pressure on that guy than anybody.
Yeah,
you know?
now he's went to a team. He's went to a team that actually is Super Bowl ready.
Yeah,
they
want to do a team that went to the Super Bowl with
they brought you in to win
quarterback, and now
they brought you in to get you over that game manager Jared Goff hump, right?
Yep.
I mean, that's what they did. We'll see, man. He's got all the arm talent in the world. The dude can throw it 5,000 yards in the air, you know. I mean,
and he's accurate. It's just I don't think he can. He doesn't have the touch like Aaron Rodgers or Tom Brady. That feather ball. He's always fastball.
Have you watched it?
Not much.
Well, that's the difference. We were talking about Dak. That's the difference between Dak and those guys we're talking about. Is Dak, you can see he doesn't have the beautiful throw, right? You can see he's pushing it a little. Yeah. The Brady's, the Mahomes. I mean, you know, those guys, Stafford, they just throw that beautiful rainbow ball, man.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's I noticed that. The arm talent of shit, dude. Speaking of, dude, you would think Kyler Murray can't throw the ball. That motherfucker can yeet that ball down the fucking field, dude.
Hey, I'm in Arizona. I watched him in Cardinal Stadium. That motherfucker can throw the ball, man.
Dude, I've never seen. I was like, how is he as quick as Lamar Jackson, but can bomb the ball like Aaron Rodgers?
I'll tell you how he was created that way.
Right.
Here's the problem with Kyler Murray, though, man.
With all
you're building a franchise.
Dude, every kid wants to throw. Every quarterback now wants to throw like Patrick Mahomes. Every kid, and I watch these little league games, and these fucking kids are running and throwing off of 1 foot and getting it picked and shit. I'm like, oh, dude, you can't do that unless you accidentally fucking was a baseball player and a fucking football player at once.
The problem with Kyler Murray is his size, man. He's constantly fucking injured every year. He's gonna be injured, man.
Yep.
Who's the other guy that's in the league that is smaller? Oh, Lamar Jackson, man. The guy's a fucking baller, but he can't stay on the field for the whole season, you know?
Yep. That's the truth, and that's what fucked him this year.
Lamar, that dude is a beast.
That dude's too
good. Dude,
he's like Michael Vick with an arm.
It's like watching a video game. That guy fucking play.
Yeah, and that's not because he spins and the whole defense fall down.
Oh, dude, they're coming out of their fucking cleats.
You don't even have to be around them.
Yep, they're coming out of their fucking cleats when that dude plants, man.
That dude, I've never seen. I don't know. I think he would have been a cool ass wide receiver.
The problem is, though, man, you got 290-pound dudes coming at you with 4.5 speed and wanting to wreck your world, man. You better have the physical size to take those hits, you know?
Yep, that's it. That's why, you know, there's a lot of dudes in college that are talented and could make it, but they're just not big enough.
Well, then, like people like
those small guys that are like my size, like that are the wide receivers.
Yeah.
They make it. They just make it onto the stretcher.
Yeah, I have all respect for them little dudes because they get in for their speed and their agility, and they stay in because they're tough son of a bitches.
No, because
they're not. It's not.
Work.
Well, no, it's because they're tough. You don't get hit by fucking dudes like Ray Allen and stand back up.
Look it up. You were talking about Ray Lewis.
Yeah, Ray Lewis. Sorry.
But you know what? Here and there in history, there's been one or two that are really smaller.
Edelman's my favorite.
Edelman's a little bit taller than
little guy receiver.
Slot receivers.
Hey, my favorite small guy running back was Emmitt Smith, actually, to say that. But that dude was under 6 foot. He was like 5'10", 195, 200 pounds. And he just ran right through the middle of those lines.
Yep.
Back when they actually hit people.
Leveling fucking 400-pounders and shit.
And that was when you hit people, right? It wasn't touch football.
Yeah, it's dude. I see some crazy hits to this day, but
Not like it was before, but the Julian Edelmans of the world would have never existed 20 years ago.
oh no.
Boom.
And Drew Brees is what he was 5'9", couldn't see over his lineman, and that's why nobody wanted him at first. But he showed out to be one of the best. But I mean, back in the day, he would have got fucking leveled, bro.
Oh yeah, well he got his shoulder all fucked up from football, man. If you remember, that was his knock. That's why they traded him to the Saints. They didn't think he'd ever play again because of his shoulder.
Didn't he go to Miami first or something?
I can't remember if he went to Miami or if Sean Payton with the Saints, because you remember that was when Katrina hit that year. And I watched the Drew Brees story.
He got traded to the Saints when Katrina hit, and then
that dude's a quality person, though. Like, I watched his story, right? And him and his wife were touring New Orleans right after the hurricane. And he said, I just, grabbed my wife's hand and said, this is where we need to be to help rebuild this city, right? And that was the year they won that Super Bowl, I think, right?
Yep.
And they won it. Yeah, they won it after the shit happened. And wasn't it supposed to be in New Orleans, the Super Bowl?
Yeah, but they had everybody living in there, in the stadium.
But Katrina, ruined that.
Yeah, that stadium was a wreck. I guess it took them forever.
The first home Super Bowl if it would have stayed the same.
Yeah. No, it was a credit to just character. That dude's been a high character dude forever.
Good leader. That's what right now we got some of the best quarterbacks we've ever seen in the NFL, because we got one of the best arm talents in Aaron Rodgers. We got the best leader of all time in Tom Brady.
Yeah, I got to tell you though, as a Packers
give
fan,
Tom Brady his goddamn respect. He's the best fucking quarterback that's ever played.
He's the best game manager.
He's the best all-around quarterback.
That's an insult.
He's
got more Super Bowls than
how
many Super Bowls does he have?
He's the best football player
how
of
many,
all time.
How many Super Bowls does he have?
But the reason why he's the best is because Aaron Rodgers can throw the ball fucking 70 yards farther than him.
How many Super Bowls?
Yes,
well, that's the thing is you got to divvy it. You got to split it though between Rodgers. Like, Rodgers is a zero person. I'm a Packers fan. He's a great talent and a zero person, right? I mean, the guy's just a fucking asshole. So he's got all the physics. He can throw the ball further. He has a prettier ball. He has more arm talent than Brady. But
he's not a better leader.
Yeah, but Brady has that it factor where you tell him he's not going to do it and he's just going to fucking do it.
Yep. And he's been told he wasn't going to do it his whole entire life.
Well, he's a walk-on to Michigan. They didn't even fucking want to offer him a scholarship.
Yep.
Yeah, that's my favorite part.
Pick 199th. That motherfucker.
You're right, dude. That is the favorite part.
You go from a walk-on quarterback at your college,
6th round pick,
the best fucking quarterback that's ever lived.
Yeah, all around.
Fuck you to the world. I don't know what it is.
That's why I say all around, not as an insult to him. But if you look at the intangibles, he's the best balance out of the quarterbacks, and he's got the mental strength. Yeah. He's got the work ethic. He just flat out works harder than fucking anybody.
Outworks everybody. That's why they say hard work will always beat talent in the long run.
Why I say he's the best leader of all time is because they started off rocky last year. They started off rocky, didn't know what they got. At the end of the year, they went undefeated for like 7 games in a row to win the Super Bowl. And I just feel like Tom Brady went back there and he said, do you see what we're doing? If we do this every game, we can't fucking stop. Just fucking, I will get the ball there. Just do what you do every fucking game. And then
what Tom Brady says is do your fucking job.
He does what most great leaders do. He leads by example. He leads by example, man.
I've heard him yelling it. Do your fucking jobs.
Well, that's an old Bill Belichick.
An asshole over on the side, but have you
What up, Shrimp TV? Metiano Migo. What up, dude?
What up, dude?
You know, remember?
Shrimp.
That's the guy with
Shrimp
the great
joins the Dog and Fish TV. There we go.
What was I saying? I don't remember.
We were talking about how great Tom Brady was, but
Oh yeah, I don't think he's going to get it this year. I think the Eagles have a good chance to knock them out, just a matchup wise. The Bucks are a better
They
team.
do, but it's Tom Brady, dude. Give him the ball with 3 minutes to go, you're going to lose.
Well, that's the whole thing, though.
Yes,
is with that
Tom Brady
Philadelphia
with 3
team.
minutes wins every time.
And it's been age old, man. If you remember way back in the day, they had a Bills Giants Super Bowl that I watched, and it was the closest Super Bowl in history. It showed how old I am. It was 20-19, and these Bills came in with the #1 offense. They had Jim Kelly. I mean, it was just fucking throwing the ball everywhere. The difference was the Giants ran the ball for 10 minutes at a time, and that quarterback, he can't do anything if he's watching the game from the sideline.
Yep.
And
That's
the Eagles and the Bucks.
Yep, the New York Giants and Eli Manning are Brady's kryptonite, and both of them suck now. So
yeah, it's
around.
a fucking joke now, dude.
And what I think's crazy most about that situation with the Giants and Brady is the same type of catch interception is what, or the same type of on the top of the head catch is what basically won those Super Bowls for the Giants. The same way they speared Brady in the heart, the same way both times.
Well, people are like, I got a couple guys at work that are like the Bucks. I'm like, okay, AB is a loser asshole, but however, he was the deep threat for the Bucks, right? So he's gone. Both of their stud receivers are fucking banged up right now, and that defense,
everybody.
Yep, and that defense ranks a lot lower than last year's against the run. Now they're going to play Philadelphia, who does what? There's no secret what they're going to do. They're going to fucking run that ball 40, 50 times and keep Brady on the sideline.
Yeah.
I mean,
they would have to score every possession.
Good morning, Mom.
Because Brady will come out and score. He'll find a way every time.
Yeah,
he's one of the greatest earth dwellers of this planet. This is an earth dweller.
I picked them to upset the Bucks just because there's no money.
Earth dweller of the day.
This is
This is the earth dweller of the day.
See what's walking on this earth.
Okay.
What is the earth dweller of the day?
What's up, River? This
Nice.
A quarterback that just got sacked when he was too little for the league.
So, this is a Celestial
Or
Eye Goldfish.
T-Rep when he wakes up.
This is a Celestial Eye Goldfish. This is the exact reason why you don't give your goldfish Molly.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because
Molly, but your fish will.
But your fish will. Listen, dude.
Yeah.
This is fucking weird. Okay. It gets its name because its eyes grow towards.
let's see if T did his work.
It gets its name from its eyes. They eventually point straight up, right? They don't have a fucking dorsal fin. They get 6 inches long with no dorsal fin. It's not the bubble-eyed goldfish everybody thinks.
We've done that one, I
air
think.
pockets. Yep. Yeah. This one's weird. So they're hatched with regular eyes, just regular side by side, like regular fish. And then at 2 months, their eyes start to bulge out and get fatter, and then they start to point up. They start to move upward and get the same size and the same angle, but there is genetic fucks, where one has an eye that points up and one has a regular eye and shit like that.
Yeah.
But that's really rare. It's
When
usually
you say inbreeding.
Yeah.
this is the worst thing. I don't even know why this is a fish. It
wouldn't survive anywhere but an aquarium, right?
Yeah.
I mean, just face it.
It's basically it's actually originated in Korea.
Yeah.
It was in like a slow moving pond type bullshit in Korea. They found it.
Does this turn into Gyarados?
Should.
It sure should.
We can put it in with Rambo and see if it outswim a Peter goldfish.
It swims pointed down so it can see where it's going.
Yes, okay.
It swims pointed down so it can see where it's going.
That's why it doesn't have a dorsal.
If you have it in a fucking aquarium, with the light in the aquarium, you can fuck the fish's eye up because he's staring at the light, dude.
Yeah.
So it has to be in a dark. I mean, what fun is this, dude?
Sal says my first fish was a black version of this. Good morning,
Yeah,
Sal.
they come in black, orange, white, or calico, whatever, you know. Sharp corners in your, you can't even have decorations in your tank because they can pop fucking eyes. They'll grow back, but you can pop your eyes and that causes infection and it can kill the fish, right?
What in the hell?
So don't get this.
What the hell?
It's hard to find mates even in the wild.
No shit.
That's a nice Oscar right
Here's
there.
a fish that would love to meet that fish.
Ooh, I'm gonna make you big.
That's a fucking Oscar right there.
That's Rambo.
Oh
yeah.
He just chases those goldfish around. Those goldfish live to be long enough to get big enough to they can't get in his mouth.
Yeah, basically, we put one in the other night, and I have it on my channel set to Jaws music, a smaller one. But we're going to have aquarium death match pretty soon where we feed him crawdads and snakes and all kinds of shit.
Oh, my God.
Oh, yeah.
Fuck yeah, that's a good one.
All right.
Gear says I don't eat this fish because their head's too small. What? Too small, too many bones.
Yeah, because they're too small with too many bones. It is from
Morning,
Korea.
Gear.
It's a direct relative from the telescope goldfish.
Okay.
Yep.
It's hard to find mates, so you have to put it in a tank like that tank with no decorations in it, and you have to put like 5 males to 1 female because then they can almost guarantee you get a mate. Sometimes they won't find each other.
You'd think you would want 1 male to like 5 females because then the male
can't find them.
How can he not find them?
In a fucking
you want 2 males in there in case one's infertile too.
The one lady said, I put 5 males in my tank every day and it takes a month for her to get pregnant.
Well, no kidding, because
and then she says I do 10 and it takes about 4 weeks or not 2 weeks. I mean,
that's the same time.
It takes 2 weeks, and I was like, "These motherfuckers!" And then she shows you what they're doing. These males are running around because they can sense the fucking pheromones the females giving off, right? So they're running around swimming upside down and they don't know how to fucking swim. I don't even know why they're a fish. I really don't.
You're like,
they can't eat food unless it's on the top of the water.
Did you see that angel? Go back to that.
Yeah, go back to the angel.
Yeah, hold on. Let me switch my camera. Yeah, we're breeding these. They just we bought 6 juveniles, which is what you're supposed to do, and we found 2 that are a breeding pair. These are red marble koi angelfish.
Yeah, these angelfish are.
I love angelfish.
Angelfish are low key some of the dopest freshwater fish, but they're fucking mean too.
And we got babies in here. You can kind of see some of them in there.
Oh, yep, I see them.
I see them.
There's a baby. Those are live bears. We sell them to the pet stores locally.
Yeah, they just shoot babies right out of their fucking head. They give live birth.
Oh no, we have to keep them alive. I got a hatchery. The females in here, and the babies are heavier, so they drop. And this separate container is creating suction, and so it pulls the babies up, deposits them in a little container here, which you can take out and dump in a nursery tank.
No way. Okay.
Yeah. But that's old, dude. That thing's been out for like 35, 40 years. When I was a teenager breeding tropical fish, they had these things. It's the Penplex Aqua Nursery. But you can detach this little container, and then we throw it in the nursery tank. And there's some real small ones in here. You can see some of the real itty bitties.
I see them.
And we got some other females isolated so they don't eat their babies.
Yep.
Something I'm doing with my daughter, actually, because the aquarium stores here to help support the hobby and make a little bit of money. They'll buy them off of you for like $1 each, and the angelfish are like $2 each. Okay. Then we'll ship them on eBay too.
Hell
That's
yeah,
cool. That's cool. So what? You can just bring them into the thing and they'll buy them, or do you have to have
Yeah, and they know my fish too. My fish are real healthy. The main reason is when they buy them in your local, like we call them the buy and die Pet Smarts of the world, fucking shitty pet stores.
Yeah,
they ship them from overseas, right? And so they're all beat up and battered and sick half the time. And if they can buy from a local hobbyist or a local source, those fish are a lot healthier, and they don't have to, give somebody a free fish.
I've noticed that a lot of those like non-pet smart stores and shit, I've noticed that they've had a lot of fucking, even their juveniles are fucking real healthy. You can see crazy color. Like I've never seen this in PetSmart.
Well, we call them I listen to Aquarium Co-op a lot. He's from Washington. That's where I'm from originally.
Yeah, I listen to him. That's how I get a lot of my information.
Yep, and Corey had described it the best. It's the buy and die model, man. They don't give a shit at PetSmart, Petco if that fish lives, because that's a lost leader item. They're there to sell you the tank setup, and then when that fish gets sick, they're going to sell you all the medications. They want you to keep coming back with that fish as it dies.
Right.
Which sucks for the fish, right? Like you go into those stores and you look, and there's fish floating around and shit. And, they don't know anything about
it. They can't even swim, like their swim bladders got all fucked up. Like, dude, just take that out, bro. I don't want none of these fish because one of them's fucked up.
Well, not to get sued by PetSmart, but their filtration system, man, they have one massive canister filter for what? One that shares the water with all the tanks. Which, if you know anything about diseases, so if one tank's got it, man, everybody's fucking got it, right?
The whole sector is taken out.
Yep.
True.
That's why we have a quarantine tank. We have 6 tanks going right now, and I've got a quarantine one. If we ever buy one from any pet store, we throw it in the quarantine tank with a 3-way medication for a week, and then introduce it.
Yeah, quarantine tank is just water. There's nothing else in it, right?
Just water and a filter, and you put medication in it so that if they have parasites or ick or anything else, then in a week it's because if I want to put it in this tank here, and I go on PetSmart and introduce a sick fish, I got live plants and shit in here. It's going to rob my tank, man. Now I got a whole community of fish sick off of one fish,
And I've went in there and seen fucking disease, fucking havoc, fucking tanks before.
But as a weed grower, and I like natural stuff like aquaponics. I like to do natural balance. Like I have bottom feeders, algae eaters. Instead of buying chemicals to fix the problem, man, I always go with the natural route.
You want that shit to be the natural fucking fish shit, because that you buy that shit, fish emulsion at the store.
Yes. Well, for example, this tank here, I'll switch the camera, was getting a bunch of algae in it, and I'm teaching my daughter about aquarium keeping too, my teenage daughter. And we went and got a little Chinese algae eater. You'll see him come up behind the little Java fern in the back. He's sucking away. You can see him, that little white algae eater.
Yeah, I see him.
We got that, and in 2 days, that thing had a 60-gallon tank completely cleaned off. That's the Titanic.
Ain't those the suckerfish that when they get bigger they start eating fish?
No. The Chinese algae eaters don't get that big. I mean, I've seen them. There he is right there.
Yeah, that guy.
No, they're pretty. I've had them in baby tanks. I've got one in the baby fry tank next door. Never an issue with them.
Okay.
You can go get those Plecostomus. You see the big spotted suckerfish. I've got one in here somewhere. But you can go get those. The problem is when they get bigger, and that's the most abused aquarium fish other than Oscar, those big Pleco suckerfish, because they get 2 feet long, dude. Regardless of
because they don't know where to go with them.
Yeah, and when they get bigger, they stop eating the algae, and they want algae wafers and other food. So you're better off with those little Chinese algae eaters. Those little bastards, man, they fucking eat every scrap always, and they're always busy.
You know what I noticed about the plecos, like the fancy plecos, like the angel fin and the bristle nose and shit. They always eat fucking algae too. It's just those big motherfuckers. It seems like, dude, I've had one of those big, like it was about a foot long, a big pleco. It sucked up all the eggs that we had of green terrors.
Check this one. Check this one out.
Algae.
That's what
There's one on that live plant in the back. I've got a spotted high fin Plecostomus that's eating off of that back plant in there. I don't know if you can see them or not, but you're talking about 2 different fish, though. You're talking about the bristlenose. They don't get as big as the common Plecostomus.
They only get 6 inches.
Yeah, and they will always eat algae. They're better at it. But just the generic Pocostomas, people get them because they're $4 at the store.
Yeah, the black one that gets
They're
real
fucking easy, dude.
That fish has the same eyes as T.
Yeah.
He's talking about the Earth Dweller.
Oh yeah.
All right, let's get to this.
And make sure my ammonia and my nitrates and stuff don't build up. I just put basic live plants in the tank, and then they take care of the water for me.
That's how I do it with Max Auto Tank.
Yeah,
we're gonna learn about which Gary V is gonna tell us which NFTs we should buy today.
Oh shit, that's big money now.
Yep.
Gary, what are some of your favorite NFTs that are outside of the V world?
I love World of Women. I think it's the biggest miss of everyone. It's the first significant, epic, dominant, female only project, like female only. And I think long term, like 7 years from now, 15 years from now, when the world's in, they're gonna be like, oh shit, just like CryptoPunks or Bored Ape or VFriends, this is the blue chip of the early days of female. And so I see all the powerhouse female executives that I know in the business world and just the fucking, all those female ninjas, they're going to gravitate to World of Women. I think World of Women is massively underpriced, long term. And again, everybody watching, 90% of you that are in the game, you're trying to flip in an hour. Like, don't use this clip to like try to buy it for 3 Ethereum and sell for 4. Like, this is long.
Yeah.
15 years, 3 years, 9 years. So World of Women, I think, is really interesting. Subducks.
Okay.
Frankie's a real guy. He's been in the game for 4 years. You'd love him. He's like one of you guys. Like, he's fucking cool as fuck. Real designer. He's in it for his life. I think he's got a really good project that's slightly underrated.
Okay.
AJ, my brother, who's fucking, like really fucking smart. Like I've got a little bit more of the intuition, but he's got more of like the black and white, like ninja. He's been on Doodles for a while.
Love Doodles. And
so now that's very dangerously close to becoming maybe the next. Could that be the one that actually becomes the next Bored Ape? Because it's getting hot right at this second. So that's expensive.
He and I just bought some Doodles. We bought some Doodles, Alien Friends, and In-Betweeners in the last week.
Invisible Friend, it's got a lot of hype. I really like X Copy for the very wealthy. You're watching long term. That feels safe to me. Trying to think of something inexpensive. Look real quick. I know we have to go. Let me look at one little inexpensive thing to make sure I find something that brings value to the masses. Give me 1 second. I'm just looking at literally right now, the top selling projects. Creature World. I think Danny Cole is one of the coolest fuckers. He's a real artist. Like, he's like, when it's funny, when I met Danny Cole, I'm like, oh, this is kind of like the kids that, like, when I met you and your bro, you guys left. This is like a trillion years ago. One of my shitty offices. Yeah. You guys left.
That was a beautiful office. You're not there anymore?
No, we're way different.
Wow.
You guys left, and I turned to the team. I said, those guys are going to win.
Well, thank you.
Right. And so, I guess Danny Cole, to that point, is that kind of guy. Cool. So those are some of the ones that stand out. King Frogs, which is a derivative from Subducks.
What did you just say to me, T-Rip, before we came back on here? Huh?
I don't remember.
You said something about Browns?
It was the Browns.
Oh.
And I was wrong.
Thank you.
It's out in publicly now.
But I'd still like to congratulate the Bengals for the first win in playoff history.
One of these days,
even if you're not a Bengals fan, those fuckers have suffered, and that is the cheapest team in the league. If you study them, I mean, it's like the old major league team where they see how cheap they can run an organization, right? So those players to succeed, mad respect, man, mad respect.
One of these days, T-Rup's going to stop calling for instant replay. Right, but we called for more information, kind of like an instant replay.
Oh, did you see that one last night though? Where the first game, man, where they wouldn't have lost, man, it would have been a tie with the Raiders in there. It probably would have been a fucking tie, man. And they went after the broadcast, and the NFL admitted that play shouldn't have stood because the whistle had already blown. and they wouldn't stop the game. They wouldn't stop the game to fucking reverse it, dude. And so, and what did the game end up? About a touchdown apart, right?
Well, you know how many times the Lions have been screwed by something like that? Like, oh,
yeah.
I mean, seriously, we would have won a playoff game at one point if because of pass interference, they didn't call it, and then boom. Now,
well, if you want to talk the biggest robbery in history on a replay, arguably, I'm not a Cardinals fan, even though I live in Phoenix area now. The Cardinals in that fucking Super Bowl, man, they would have won the Super Bowl. They went back and looked, and that wasn't a fucking catch that the Steelers had, dude. It was not. And that was a big fucking robbery.
What up, cold-blooded? Good to see you.
Oh, when they had Kurt Warner, it was
yeah, dude.
Kurt
Fuck
Warner.
yeah. Fitzgerald, Bolden, and fucking Kurt Warner, right?
I like that story of Kurt Warner too. I didn't see
Oh,
the movie,
yeah.
but that's such a cool story. Working in a grocery store to winning the Super Bowl.
I met him, dude, in a little fucking diner store, dude. I was sitting in there, and it's just a breakfast joint, right? And if you know Arizona, you get all the snowbirds and everything. And I'm sitting in there, and in walks Fitzgerald, Bolden, and Kurt Warner. I'm not shitting you, and they sit down at the fucking table. Now, if you've ever seen Fitz would play at all the LA fitness clubs with Bolden and play basketball. You'd see him around the community, right? And you can't miss them. I mean, those dudes were fucking huge, right?
Yep.
Those are big boys. I met them. They were really, really cool, man. They're like, hey, man, watch our games, And I'm just, fuck, dude. I was in awe, man.
Check us out at ArizonaCardinals.com, homie.
Yeah, right. No, they were just down to earth, man. They weren't assholes or nothing. They were, Warner's a good guy.
You met Aaron Rodgers, he'd be a fucking asshole, bro.
Oh, dude. He's just... he's one of those guys that knows he's the smartest guy in the fucking room.
You want to know the only Detroit? Well, I guess that's a lie. I've met like Herman Moore and some other Lions, but I met Charlie Batch. I met at a I was like 12 years old.
That one shitty quarterback.
I seen him at the airport, and I was like, "Mom, that's Charlie Batch." Sure shit, it was. He was a cool dude. He was real nice. He was it looked like he was in a big hurry, but he still stopped and took a picture with me.
When I was younger, dude, I got to meet a couple NBA guys. Like we went I'm from Seattle area originally, or Bellingham area in Washington. And we went and watched the Bulls play the Sonics. And then afterwards, we went up to a restaurant, and my mom was dating this guy. And there's Derek McKee and Eddie Johnson that used to play for the Sonics sitting at the bar, and it was an open restaurant. And so I walked over. I'm just a kid, right? I mean, I was like maybe 14, 15, and I walk over. I'm like, hey, Mr. McKee, can I have your autograph? He was cool as fuck. Eddie Johnson, fuck you if you see this. He's like, get away from me, kid. Literally, like that's a fucking kid. We pay his salary, right?
I don't know why people are like that, especially to kids. That's one thing that
fuck you, Eddie Johnson, if you watch this.
That's why I love the wrestlers that we go to. That's kids come over. It doesn't matter who they're talking to, what's going on. They stop what they're doing and they give this kid attention and they show this kid love. And I had Nate Bach gave my son the necklace right off of his neck. I'm sure, he's got 1,700 of them, but that gesture of making sure this kid had the greatest time of his life.
That's his biggest fucking wrestling. He's the biggest wrestling fan for Nate Bach now.
Yep.
I'll tell you the other guys that are really friendly, because anybody who knows me, I had a few heart attacks, so I had to stop, but I was running a custom pool plumbing company here in Phoenix area, and every one of them has these athletes have houses in North Scottsdale to play golf and whatever Tiger does. And the baseball players, like I met Mark Ellis of the Oakland Athletics. We built a pool for this guy, and he was like the most down-to-earth guy. And I'm like, man, and he's in a 15,000 square foot stone home, and we're building like $100,000 pool for this guy. And I was like, man, you're pretty down to earth. He goes, I came from like South Dakota. He goes, I've been working at this. I was throwing a baseball at 4 years old. Like those guys work, the baseball players.
Yeah. Even the football players, bro, they've been playing it since They go in those little leagues in Texas and shit, bro, and they're fucking 4 years old.
Well, shit. I mean,
Well, we built a pool for the owner of the Phoenix Coyotes too, LeBlanc's, and those were the most down to earth, like fucking blue collar type of folks, man. Even though they're mega gazillionaires, right? I mean, they were just down to earth. I mean, the hockey players are pretty cool too.
hockey
Yeah.
players are really cool. Like we've met Darren McCarty a bunch of times, worked with him.
Oh, nice.
That dude is honestly, that dude will sit there and talk to anybody that comes up to talk to him.
Doesn't care who you are.
It doesn't matter if he's an hour late to wherever he's supposed to go. He will make sure he gives everyone the attention that they want. Like, as in, like, little kids, old ladies, fucking you, me. It doesn't matter. He will come over and make it known that you are recognized. I see you and I hear you. Not only
Very
just
personal.
he really cares. He really does care about it, the people that care about him, because
Well, we were talking about Aaron
ones that
Rodgers,
have
right?
made him and paid his salary, and so why wouldn't he be grateful?
We were talking about Rodgers. My daughter doesn't have a fucking Aaron Rodgers jersey. She has a Brett Favre fucking jersey. Because I do it to the barbecue and beer factor, right? Who you can invite over for a barbecue and have a beer with? Fucking Aaron Rodgers or Brett Favre? Fuck, I'll take Brett Favre. Brett Favre, fucking all day long, dude.
And if he ain't wearing Levi's, he ain't allowed on my barbecue.
Wranglers.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah.
You can't get nothing right, bro.
It's okay. Sometimes we have a rough 2 days. That just means you need to practice
The
more.
Celestial Eye Goldfish, his nostrils, those were his eyes, really.
You know that, right?
All right, guys.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it is time to go.
Thanks for coming up, brother.
Yeah.
Hey, thanks for making my morning, man.
Yep.
All
Thanks for coming in. Thanks everybody for stopping by. We love you all. See you in the morning.
Have a good day.
Brought to you by Brain Jerk. Fuck yeah.
I'm with my people, man. I'm with the gang. My heart hurt. I can't help but sing.